No time to waste. Number 8. Okay, so you're lost in the desert. It's hot. You're thirsty. Your lips are so dry they could sand wood. And suddenly your brain goes, hey, what if we drank some homemade Mountain Dew? You know, your pee. Thanks, brain. Great idea. This drink your pee to survive thing didn't come from nowhere. It's been immortalized by survival shows featuring very enthusiastic men squeezing urine out of snakeskin canteens like it's fresh lemonade. Spoiler alert, it's not. Here's the deal. Your urine is a waste product. It's basically your body's version of taking out the trash. It's filled with salt, toxins, urea, and whatever else your kidneys didn't want to deal with. So when you drink it, you're just putting all that junk right back in, like fishing garbage out of a bin and pretending it's a smoothie. And if you're already dehydrated, guess what your pee gets? Saltier. So now you're gulping down hot, salty body tea that makes you more dehydrated. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Delicious, fiery gasoline. In short, unless you've got a desalination kit and a dream, don't drink your pee. You're not Bear Grylls. You're a guy with heat stroke talking to a cactus. Number 7. Ah, yes. The classic advice. Just play dead. Because when a 600-pound predator with murder mittens charges at you, nothing says, don't eat me, like flopping onto the ground like a fainting goat. But here's the twist. This only works with some bears. Specifically, mama grizzly bears who are like, I just want you away from my cubs, not as a snack. In that case, playing dead might make her lose interest. Keyword, might. Try that with a black bear, though, and you're serving yourself up like a discount buffet. Black bears are less about protecting cubs and more about, calories. Playing dead for them is like showing up to a knife fight with a yoga mat. What you should actually do depends on the bear. Black bear? Make yourself big. Yell. Throw stuff. Look like an unappetizing threat. Grizzly bear? Back away slowly, avoid eye contact, and keep your intestines internal. Polar bear? Well, they basically always want to eat you, so, good luck. So, remember, playing dead is not universal bear wisdom. It's more like Russian roulette with extra claws. Number 6. Okay. Let's say your friend just got bitten by a rattlesnake. You do the only thing you've ever seen done in movies. You grab a knife, slice an X over the bite, and start sucking like you're trying to siphon gas from a Toyota Corolla. Hollywood lied to you. Again, sucking out venom doesn't work. All it does is put snake venom in your mouth, which is super convenient if you were hoping to have 2 dying people instead of 1. Also, venom spreads through the lymphatic system, not just the bite site. So, unless your mouth is a full-body vacuum cleaner, you're not removing anything meaningful. And slicing the wound open? Oh, congrats! You've now added extra trauma and made infection more likely. The snake venom is like, oh, cool, an express lane. What should you do instead? Keep the person calm, immobilize the limb, get them to a hospital fast. Antivenom exists, but it's not in your mouth. You are not the cure. You are a person who once Googled cook pasta and set off the fire alarm. So, no mouth snake action. Leave that to the reptiles. Number 5. You're swimming, it's peaceful, the sun's out, and suddenly cue dramatic Jaws music, a shark appears. You remember what you heard once on Animal Planet, just punch it in the nose. And sure, because when panic meets flailing underwater physics, your fist becomes an elite anti-shark weapon. Except, no. First off, sharks don't exactly hold still. Their noses are fast, slippery targets, and you're a soggy meatbag with terrible aim underwater. You'll most likely punch the water, the side of the shark, or yourself. Congrats, you just taught the shark a new game called Wiggly Snack. Also, getting that close puts your tasty limbs in chomping range. Bold move. If a shark's circling you, experts actually recommend maintaining eye contact, slowly backing away, and using any object to gently push it away from your tender flesh. But yeah, if a shark actually bites you and won't let go, hitting sensitive areas like the eyes or gills might convince it to break off the engagement. But that's last resort stuff, not your opening move. So maybe don't try to out-MMA a prehistoric apex predator with zero chill. Number 4. You're stranded in the snowy wilderness. There's no water in sight, but hey, snow is just frozen water, right? So you scoop up a handful, shove it in your mouth, and immediately regret every decision that led you here. Here's why. Eating snow is like sticking an ice cube into your internal operating system and expecting things to run smoothly. Your body is already struggling to stay warm. Now you're forcing it to spend precious energy melting literal ice cubes in your stomach, which cools your core temperature and speeds up hypothermia like a backstage pass to HypothermiaCon 2025. Also, snow isn't exactly sterile. It's falling through layers of atmosphere, collecting pollution, bacteria, and maybe that squirrel's bathroom break. So, congrats. You're now colder, dirtier, and still dehydrated. Peak survival. If you're desperate, the better move is to melt the snow first. Fire is your friend. Turn that slush into liquid water before you drink it. Your body will thank you, or at least stop trying to shut down like a disgruntled laptop. So, bottom line, eating snow is not hydration. It's self-sabotage in crunchy form. Number 3. Imagine your fingers are so cold, they've gone full Elsa. Numb, waxy, maybe a nice purplish gray. You think, okay, I just need to rub them and warm them up. Logical, sensible, dead, wrong. Because rubbing frostbitten skin is like trying to fix a cracked phone screen with a hammer. You're just adding trauma to tissue that's already halfway to becoming a popsicle. Frostbite freezes the water inside your cells, turning them into microscopic ice shivs. Rubbing those areas basically shatters everything even more, like a blender full of regret. You're not healing anything. You're just grinding the damage deeper. Even worse, if you try to rewarm the frostbitten part and then it refreezes, yeah, that causes more damage. Your body's like, oh, we're doing this freezing-thawing cycle again? Cool, let me just fall off real quick. Best approach, cover it gently, insulate it, and get professional help. Rewarming needs to happen in a controlled setting, like a hospital, or a very prepared villain lair with a hot tub and a trauma nurse. So don't rub it. This isn't a genie lamp. You're not going to summon health, just pain and maybe finger amputation. Number 2, let's paint a very dramatic picture. You're driving through tornado country. The sky looks like the apocalypse is being live-streamed, and sirens are wailing like nature's car alarm. You see a funnel cloud forming. Panic. You slam the brakes and think, wait, I saw this in a viral video once. I should hide under an overpass. Nope. Wrong. Congratulations. You've just picked the worst place to be during a tornado. Second only to hanging out in a trampoline park made of knives. Here's why. Overpasses are wind tunnels. Literally. They funnel and increase wind speeds like a reverse Dyson for your face. When a tornado's nearby, that air pressure can spike like your anxiety, and the narrow structure of the overpass forces wind to accelerate. What should you do? If you're in a car and there's time, drive at right angles to the tornado's path. If it's too close, ditch the car, lie flat in a low ditch or depression, and cover your head. It's not ideal, but it beats turning into a human kite under an overpass. Moral of the story. If your tornado plan involves concrete bridges, rethink it unless you're auditioning to be in the next Final Destination sequel. Number 1. Okay, so you're hiking, minding your own business, when suddenly an animal appears. A bear, a moose, a mountain lion, or something else that definitely looks like it could break you in half. Instinct kicks in, and you think, I'll just run. I've got legs. I was in track in 2009. Wrong. So wrong. Hilariously, tragically wrong. Let's break it down. A bear can run 30 miles per hour. That's faster than a horse. A moose, 35 miles per hour and angry. Mountain lion, even faster, and also a cat with knives for hands. You, meanwhile, probably top out at mild jog before you wheeze and think about regretting your life choices. Running from a wild animal flips their predator brain switch. It says, ah, yes, chase time. Even herbivores will charge if they think you're a threat or a very loud leaf. So when you run, you go from confused human to fleeing gazelle. And spoiler, you are not the gazelle in this story. You're the pre-roll footage for a nature documentary. Better move? Stand your ground, back away slowly, avoid eye contact, and make yourself look big and loud if it's a predator. Wild animals don't want to fight unless you look like a fun, easy chase. So no, you can't outrun them. This isn't a cartoon. Your legs are not Acme certified escape tools. They're just the reason you now have to explain to a park ranger why you were sprinting through the forest screaming like a kettle. Whoops. That's it for today. If your brain's fried, go ahead and subscribe. See you guys.